It's your main man 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California's sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
E-Class Consulting. It's owned and operated by Carice, providing tools, training, and resources that are sure to make you and your business even more successful. We are staffed with a marketing, credit, tax, and a real estate consultant. E-Class Consulting also provides a temporary admin service called E-Class Admins. Want to book an appointment with E-Class Consulting? Call 702-518-3002 or email book@eclassconsulting.com. E-Class Consulting, navigating you to greatness.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On Hot 7025fm.com.
Oh, yeah. Just when you thought it was safe to jump back on the radio, it's your boy. And he's back. He back like a pot of fresh cooked crack right here in this thing, like a chicken wing, baby. We back in the building in full effect. Back here live at Hot 7025. Oh man, I think I left my water either in the car or out there, but my engineer got my back like a Tupac tat. That's what I'm talking about. That's how we doing it. We live, we back at the radio, baby. We here. We no longer got the green screen behind us. That means I'm a little bit more mobile. That means I got my life together over here a little bit, and I'm able to kind of do some things. And we gonna do them. We definitely gonna do them because they need to get done. And this is how we need to make them happen. Let me go ahead and hit record on a couple other things over here. Now we cooking with fish grease. Let's see. There we go. What? There we go. So here we go, baby. We back. Y'all miss me or no? Well, y'all ain't really get a chance to miss me because I actually still been here, but you know, y'all miss me with this here backdrop. Well, I guess today gonna be sponsored by Mimosa Royale because that's gonna be my liquid protection today. We gonna get that Mimosa Royale populating and doing our thing. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yep. See, that's what it look like. Bubble. It's happy hour somewhere, baby. It is happy hour somewhere. Let me show y'all what the bottle look like. Y'all can get y'all on. This is one of the station sponsors, Mimosa Royale. If y'all ain't heard before, if y'all ain't listening on the app, or if y'all not listening on Facebook, y'all ain't heard the commercial. I'm your man. I'm the one doing the commercial for Mimosa Royale, so I might as well drink the product that I talk about on the air. You know. Ooh, that got my voice out. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. But yeah, we back. Like I said, we back like a pot of fresh cooked crack. Jump from 7 to 14, just like that. Let me see what we got going on over here on the comment line. Okay, so we here. We in this thing like a wedgie. But first, let me start off by saying we want to send our thoughts and prayers out to all the people over in Maui that's going through what they're going through with all the situations going on there with the fires and stuff like that. We want to just send our prayers to the people in the islands, because here in Vegas we are the 9th island. So we want to make sure that we give give our prayers and thoughts and good well wishes towards the people on the island of Maui. So anybody that was planning to vacate there, or anybody who was there, maybe stuck there, or anybody who's ever had any affiliation or anything been to Maui before, you understand that it's a very welcoming island. It's a very tranquil and chill island. And the people there were very warm to me when I was there. So I would like to give my heartfelt well wishes to all the people on the island of Maui, okay? So that's one thing being said. Since the last time we was here, we had some other things in the news. Big shout out and big hope y'all get out. Hope everybody out from down there in Montgomery. We had the Montgomery Riverfront brawl. Big ups to them people. Let me know what y'all think about them folks. Whether y'all felt like the chair was necessary, whether you felt like the people getting tossed in the water was necessary, whether you felt like any of it was necessary. Because you know me, I'll give my opinion on it. I'll let it be known. Like, I was one of those days, man, where I was looking like, I'm so glad we came to each other's aid, because a lot of times we sit back and we record a lot of stuff. It's one a world star, but when the world star got this one, they got a chance to see people actually diving in, literally, and figuratively diving in and getting in the mix with that happening. So, big shout out to that security guard and all the people that came and backed him up, and big donkey of the day, like my boy Charlemagne them said to a bunch of the people that tried to go to the hospital and didn't want to stay because the staff was black. So there it is on that front. But another thing I got to give a big shout out to. Yesterday, the station boss, my co-host on the Morning Wood, and overall my friend, did a thing, y'all. She Carice, she still got that Jackson blood, but she's now a part of the Banks clan. So congratulations to Carice and Javon Banks on their nuptials yesterday. It was a beautiful ceremony. I was actually blessed to be a part of it. They asked me would I marry them, and I didn't know if they were trying to have a sister-wife thing going on, a brother-husband or something. I didn't know what was going on until they really broke it down to me. They wanted me to be the one to be the officiant at their wedding, and I was able to be there and blessed them, and they were blessing me with being the officiant of their beautiful day. It was amazing, all blacked out affair. Everybody in that thing was looking good too. I mean, all angles was hit yesterday. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, people that may not wanted certain things to be seen on other days, they was in perfect position yesterday. When I say dresses was fitting right, suits was tapered properly, like, people did the damn thing yesterday. So big ups to all those that came out, showed up, and showed out at the wedding to the Banks, hashtag to the Banks. So make sure y'all still putting those pictures up there with that hashtag on them, hashtag to the Banks, because she's money in the bank. Shorty, what you drank? She's a Banks now. She's married now. But once again, big up to my friend, my sister from another mister, Carice Banks now. You dig? Like I said, she still got the Jackson blood running in the bloodstream, but she's a Banks now. She hold up a different crest. Now we got things going on. So big up, saying what's up to all the people that's chiming in, checking in over here. Lucy Lowe, who we got, clarification 1911. Let me see who is. I am Lady Thompson. Big up to all y'all. Las Vegas replay. What's up, man? I appreciate you for jumping on there. I need to know what's happening. We need to get together and collab. But big ups to all those that's chiming in, tapping in, and tuning in to today's show of Holla at the Homie. And you know who I am. I'm the homie. 360 the Poet. That's THAPOET. Spell it right because it means something. That stands for tenacity, heart, and attitude. Present opportunities every time. So if you didn't know what that means, now you do. You dig? So we here. Again, we in this thing. We in here. Ain't no complaints, no problems, no issues going on, and everybody feeling good about themselves and with themselves. Because again, like I said yesterday, I was a part of a beautiful celebration, and that's a carryover into today. My wife is busting her bum right now at work. These people in town, these are all these hackers in town right now. So if you're anywhere near the strip, make sure you got your phone in airplane mode. I don't know if you can watch, but you can listen to something on one of your apps. Maybe you can go get your what they call their VPN. Put your VPN on or something. That way you can get to block them hackers. Because if you're anywhere near down there anywhere from the airport on north, I'm gonna need you. You might want to put your phone on airplane mode because the Black Cat Convention is in town, and they come here on purpose just to mess with people and hack some stuff. So if your phone been acting stupid and crazy in the last couple of days and you here in Vegas, that's the reason why. Because the Black Cat Convention is in town, and while you out there streaming, they out there creeping on your phone. Just nothing, nothing trying to, crazy, I hope. You never know. Hackers is hackers. Once they are hackers, they hacking for the government, and they come in here to convene and try to see who got the best new hack tactics. New hactics. They got the new hactics going on with the Black Cat Convention. So, as always, I like to go through all my sponsorships and talk about why I'm here, how you get here, and how you talk to me. Once again, this week, this shirt of the day is brought to you by Shop Blinged Out. They always keep me fresh. Yeah, they do. So y'all don't know. There's some stuff on the back, too. It say 360 the poet, greater than most, less than none. What's up, Will Taylor? That's what I'm talking about. Another Will Taylor in the building. That's my dog, too. We went to college together. We used to debate on who's the real Will Taylor. He was a little older than me, so I guess he had the name a little bit longer, but I'm still Will. But good to see you, brother. Glad to see you up in this building, man. Always a pleasure. Let me see who else we got talking about out here. Let me see. Who's that? Sending some TSU love your way. Let me see. What's that say? My glasses ain't that good. Cherry like the fruit. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you. Always big ups to all my HBCU love, especially my TSU Tigers out there. We boss balling out there in this thing right now because we got some stuff happening. And we're going to talk to y'all more as we get closer to that homecoming time. Because I think I'm going to do a Holla at the Homie homecoming edition. Now, I may come to you on that Wednesday live from Nashville. I don't know. I'm seeing if I'm putting that in the works right now. I'm going to see if I can talk to the people. Charles, holla at me. TSU Alumni Prayers. Holla at your boy. I need to talk to you about some things. But yeah, man, so again, as always, big up to Shop Blinged Out. That's shopblingedout.com. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram, or just go to shopblingedout.com, and you can get some of your finest apparel and shoes, because her shoes is woo-wee, man. When I tell you, I can't wait to hit a sneaker ball just so I can order something from Shop Blinged Out on my kicks, because they be funky. Funky like you got onions under your arm at basketball practice funky. That's how funky they be. But again, you are a part of the #1 online or live, wherever way you looking at it, advice show in the world. That's my opinion. I haven't been proven to be any of that, but again, my opinion counts for something. Again, this episode is also brought to you by Mimosa Royale. Yes, one of the best, finest beverages you can find out there. It's nice and chill. That's what I'm drinking today. Mimosa Royale, we popping bottles on a Wednesday afternoon, getting faded, like I'm sitting in the barber chair. I'm lying. I ain't getting too buzzed, because I'm out here doing the most. But also, I would like to let everybody know, yes, this is an advice column, right? But I have never been trained in any technical way. I've never paid any tuition to go towards me being a counselor, a psychologist, and or a psychologist. I'm more of like a life coach in ways, because through life, I'm coaching people how to get through theirs as well. Because the things I say, I never tell you what to do, but I tell you the possibilities and things that can be done. But I never try to guide you in any direction. I just give people who write in, who call in, who type in or DM in, and I just give you the advice that comes upon my heart, whether it's been through some of my own experiences or living vicariously through others, where I'm close enough to them where I can sponge it up and squeeze it back out to y'all, okay? So that's what we're here for. I don't want y'all to try to call me up saying, hey, man, your advice led me wrong. I'm like, again, it's an advice column, and I advise you of the things that are possible, but I never advise you of what to do, okay? So I got to make sure I get that disclaimer out there. Always try to make sure I let people know exactly what's going on when it comes down to me and how I rock and roll, right? So there it is. So with that being said, let's dive into it. Like the homie down in Montgomery, we're going to dive right into it. Of course, we always come with one of our letters. And again, I appreciate anybody who takes out the time to either email me, DM me, text me, call me, leave it on my voicemail, whatever any way, shape, form, or fashion means necessary for you to get this information from you to me, I appreciate it. So I print them out. If it's on my voicemail, I'm going to have to try to talk it into my voice text or something and print it out that way, because I want to be able to give it to you the way you gave it to me and break it down for you the way I receive it and dissect it, okay? But again, anytime you want to send in a letter, you can email me at hollaatthehomie@gmail.com. That's HOLLAATTHAHOMIE gmail.com. So once again, I appreciate everybody who does do that. So let's get straight to it, shall we? All right, this one says, what's up, homie? Man, have I got a question for you. So my wife and I have been married for 3 years, and like your typical couple, we had our honeymoon phase and then real life set back in and we got comfortable with one another. What I mean by that is we started like we were teenagers and we couldn't keep our hands off each other. Then as time progressed, our sex life began to slow down a bit. Myself, I'm totally fine with the frequency that we still get intimate. We are currently averaging at least 3 to 4 times a month. So that's about once a week. Okay. My wife, on the other hand, doesn't have an issue with how often per se, but more of what she calls the monotony of it. Let me be the first to admit that I am happy to be in a relationship with such an amazing level of communication. That's good. I always talk about that. We are able to discuss what some would consider the difficult topics with ease and comfort. So when I first started to sense that she had some reservation or began feeling a certain way about our sex, I was able, without any insecurities, to ask her how she felt things were going between us in that department. In hindsight, I kind of wish I would have bit my tongue in this particular time. I never expected the next thing my wife said to come out of her mouth. She said, well, since you asked. Oh, that's never good. Whenever somebody say, well, since you asked, that means they about to break it down for you. She said, well, since you asked, I have been thinking about a couple of things that might get us back on the same page sexually. I have been having doubts about myself lately and was thinking of ways to approach you about whether or not I was satisfying you the way I used to. So then the idea popped into my head. What if we recorded ourselves having sex and used it sort of as both entertainment and education? I think she could tell by the look on my face that I either had apprehension or a bunch of questions, because she followed up with, before you say no, let me tell you what got me to this decision. I have really just been in my head lately trying to figure out what's going on with me physically and emotionally, as I figured this would add a little risque and excitement to our marriage. More so for me than you, but still overall for us as a whole. I had no idea what to say, so my response was simply, you've given me a lot to think about, babe. Would it be okay if I mull it over a little bit and get back to you? She reluctantly agreed, and that's where we are now. Now, I don't mean to put all this decision pressure on you, homie, but what I really would like to know I really like to hear from another guy's perspective on how to handle this and what to say. So my question is, how would you answer your wife if she asked you this question? Sincerely, Camera Shy. Wow, man. So first of all, look at that. That's a boy. Y'all be writing, don't y'all? Y'all get detailed on your boy, don't you? I mean, hey, I appreciate you, because I need the details. I need to know what, why, and how, and what your thought process is on it, because that way it allows me to advise you with a little more ease, So, first of all, I'm here for you, bruh. I just not one of those ambiguous ones, whether, whether or not like it's a guy, gal, or indifferent. This is one of the homies, right? The homies hollering at the homie, and I'm here for you, and I feel for you, because this is a pickle, for a few different reasons. Because like everybody, as much as guys, even though we like porn, a lot of us don't really want to be a part of it. We'd rather just be on the outside looking in, and that's us satisfying our inner voyeur, right? For some. For others, they look at it and be like, oh, I could have done better than that, or man, I want to do something like that. So that's how a lot of people, that's the double end of the spectrum, right? So people are able to look at things one way or another, and somewhere in between you may fall. Me, I'm somewhere in between, right? Because I'm not like I'm a prude or anything, or I'm not like ready to just jump on stage and be like, freak nasty, wanna know, let me see that Tootsie Roll. I'm not about to do that either. Because you got to think it's a lot of different things. Like, first, I want to know, what type of medium are you thinking of recording it in? Like, because you don't want to put it on your phone, because your phone going automatically go to the cloud, and then the cloud is everybody exposed to it, right? So my suggestion for anybody out there, it's not just for this couple that I'm talking to, for anybody out there that is considering doing any type of recording, I need some home video type stuff, right? I need you to be able to pull out an 8mm camcorder, or I ain't gonna lie, I still got one of the camcorders that go on your shoulder that we took to Freaknik in '96. I still got that camcorder. How about that? I still got one. The battery on it don't really work, but it's got a plug in where I can plug it in into the, it's got all that. I got all that available, right? So I need anybody who's considering any type of recording of your sexual activity, get a home camera. So let's say that first. Don't put it on your computer camera, because you already know people be scoping through those anyway. Again, I just talked about the hackers here in Las Vegas. I just talked about these folks. So it's hackers everywhere. Just these here are in town because they're known for being hackers. Either they got caught or they decided to sign up for the government and say, I'm great with my fingers on the keyboard. So I would stay away from any, downloadable recording devices. That was a good one. Downloadable recording devices. I would stay clear of any of those, right? Mainly because any type of slippage can happen. And the days before, like the Tommy Lee and Pam slip up, and that was back when internet first started, but they had a personal home tape that got in the hands of somebody else. So I would, so I'm not saying that even with a tape, you're not downloadable, but you'd have to slip up and let somebody else get a hold of that tape, right? So in the event that you are considering recording yourself, my suggestion would be to get it on a less downloadable recording device. Again, like the 8mm camcorder, or like my on the shoulder Boulder camcorder with the VHS tape that go in the side of that thing. Yes, I still got it. If y'all don't believe me, I'm gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna let y'all know. That's how old school I am. And it got a light on it. So mess with me if you want to. I can really be getting it in. Look at that. My engineer come through. I can really be getting it in and have my tapes for the crib. See, I'm from the days like when we had recruitment tapes. We had to send our recruit tapes out in track or in football or basketball, whatever sport you were good in. We had to send out tapes on VHS to schools. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no DVDs, none of that shit, right? So that's the reason why I still have my camcorder, really, to be honest. I'm not performing at that level anymore, especially not now with this big ass walking boot on my foot. But at the same time, like, that's the reason why I still got it. So anybody dogging me for still having that camera, shut up. Yeah, so again, so that's my first advisory statement, because I don't tell you what to do. I just tell you what can be done. If you're going to record it, make sure it's on a less downloadable device, right? Now, because it says here, like, I'm looking at your letter, and it says here, you never expected the next thing to come out of your wife's mouth. So that lets me know, like, either this has been hidden inside of her for a little bit, or maybe she's been chopping it up with the girls, or you never know. Like, people evolve, right? People evolve. Every relationship, every marriage is different. I just gave advice on that last night about, just do your marriage. Be in yours. Your story is going to be way different than everybody else's. Even if you had another one prior to, your story is still going to be way different than before, right? So you got to be able to kind of like do it your way. But if you never thought that would come out of her mouth, what you said in your letter, maybe there's an evolution happening. And yes, you two may have a great line of communication, but this may be one of the things you're not communicating about, right? Are you talking about like the evolution of your sex life? Because you yourself said that, you're not like y'all used to be, hands on each other all the time and always like, like teenagers. What up, Dak? Good to see you, Kofi. Oh, man. Oh, damn, I should have hollered. Oh, first of all, happy birthday to my homeboy, Don Durrell Holloman, a.k.a. Don Dada, a.k.a. Point, a.k.a. P. Diddy. My dog. August 9th is his birthday. That's what we are today. I forgot to say that at the top of the show. And the homegirl, Tia Moffitt. Happy birthday to y'all, Y'all the exact same age. Like, exactly the same age. Big happy birthday yesterday to the homegirl, Mila Edmonds. Yesterday on 8/8. And also, again, big shout out to E. Carice and Javon for getting married on 8/8. So there we go. We got all that out the way. But back to what I was saying. So, you know, if you never thought that was happening or would come out your wife's mouth, so now you got to understand and kind of see, like, you know, where's this evolution? Is there something that you have not discussed? Because she broke it down. You said you were glad you got that type of communication because she was able to respond saying, well, since you asked, you know, she been thinking of ways to put us back on the same page sexually. So that lets me know that she feels that y'all were off a different page. Like, not saying y'all not in the same book, but y'all just on different pages sexually, right? And what does that mean? That just means that either somebody's progressing and moving forward without the other one, or they may be progressing forward, hoping and grasping, trying to bring the other one along, but they're kind of cool and studying where they are, or the other one just not even paying attention and they just moving on in the book without them. Like, we got our book club, we scheduled to meet next week, right? So in case in point, some of us didn't read the whole book. Some of us have gotten through 2 pages. Some are midway through, but we're going to have the author there with us this time, so we really got to be ready to talk to him, you dig? So big shout out to Tyron Jackson, the homie that's coming through to talk to us about the book that we reading this month, Choosing Resilience, our first one coming out this summer. Big shout out to the homeboy Donovan for putting that book club together. K Solo, what up, dog? But what's going on, Nicole, the neighbor in the building? Always great to see you. But again, so if this is something you never expected to come out of your wife's mouth, so you got to figure out where that page change or where that page differentiation came in at, you know, and how to get back on the same page, on the same paragraph, in the same sentence, on the same word if you can. You know, it's always going to be times somebody read a little slower, somebody read a little faster, but if you're on the same page, at least y'all talking about the same thing or feeling the similar way, right? So that's one thing. So you got to make sure you find out where that gap came from. And moving forward from there, it says that, you know, after she said she want to get y'all back on the same page sexually, she said the idea popped into her head. Where it come from? You know, again, I think it may have been, in this instance, it may have either been some research, something she'd heard about, you know, because today's day and age, if somebody hears an idea or your algorithm puts something on your page based off something you have searched somewhere else, or you just thought, you know how you think about something and it pop up on your page? Yes. So maybe her algorithm may have pushed her in another way, but I'm thinking most likely she may have been having a little girl talk, and they talked about, girl, if you ever recorded yourself, you get a chance, because she said you can use it as both entertainment and education. So, hold on. First of all, I don't like the verbiage you use right there. Don't be talking about we going to educate ourselves. But true enough, you know, I take that back. We can educate ourselves. We can teach ourselves something. That we can. I ain't even going to lie. So, yes, you're right. Let's educate ourselves, but let's have some fun while doing it if that's the case. And I feel her on that one. So maybe your apprehension may deal with that, because performance anxiety is a real thing. For those who don't know, performance anxiety is a real thing. What I mean by that is, like, you can be ready to do, you can have all the research in the world. You can, you know, feel like you've prepared yourself in any way you can think of. And it's not just with sex. I'm talking about performance anxiety. What's going on? What's going on, Janera? I'm talking about performance anxiety in a way where it can be at work, it can be in the bedroom. Performance anxiety could be on the track and field, because you pumped yourself up or you've overthought the situation. That's usually where it comes in. Usually performance anxiety is built by you overthinking something. So if you're going to do any type of performance, whether it's on stage or whether it's in person, whether it's, you know, like sexual, whether it's a sporting event, if you're going to do something and perform, right, you're going to have some preparation involved beforehand, unless you're freestyling. And most people don't freestyle on tape? Me, I would. I feel like I'm the freestyle king in certain areas. Like, public speaking, I'm a freestyle king. Like, rapping and poetry, I'm a freestyle king, literally. But like in some situations, I may not be able to just perform at the spot of just at the drop of a dime, And that's when performance anxiety would kick in for me. Depending on what the event or what it's called upon me to do. What going to do? What we going to do, boy? You going to do something, going to perform? You going to get done? So, and if you recording yourself, you can't put out no bammer ass tape. Don't give me no bammer weed. Like, what? You can't put out no bunk ass tape. Like, if you gonna decide to sign on to that NDA or whatever it is you signing on beforehand, because I want everybody, I don't care if I'm recording anything, I need something signed to say where this can be used in the event it slip up. Twin said she don't have performance anxiety in the bedroom. I'm just saying, and most women probably wouldn't, because if the wife is the one initiating this, she ready to show up and show out. So again, you gotta be ready, Mr. Camera Shy. Maybe that's it. Yo, it's in the name. Hello, McFly. I ain't even think about that. Your name you signed it sincerely, Camera Shy. So that's your question. So you got to ask yourself, are you ready to perform, dog? Are you ready to strap it on, get it in? Can you do it? If not, don't do it, because you're going to put out a bunk ass tape. What would you feel like? You go to record yourself and the time is being kept on the bottom, and all you get is 49 seconds worth of tape, and you done. 1 minute and 28 seconds worth of tape, and your ass is done. You know how, because she gonna be ready to perform. I don't care if it's the woman that's initiating this and wanting to do this, she's prepped mentally to get ready to perform. You know what I mean? And if she gonna get it in like that, you better be ready. That's all I gotta say. If you gonna sign on for that, bruh, you better be ready. Because again, you can't put out a bammer ass tape. You can't go on there thinking like, oh yeah, I'm about to wear that. Doing like old boy on Waiting to Exhale. He was talking all that shit to Whitney. Talking a bunch of noise to Whitney. Like, oh yeah, growling and all kind of stuff. 47 seconds later, he's shivering and shaking and he done. Imagine if that was on tape. Well, it is for us. But imagine if that was you in your performance. Your wife wanted you, your significant other, your partner. I ain't gonna just, put this on husbands and wives, partners of all sorts. Maybe have this question asked to themselves. What if your partner was, of any sort, was asking you to perform and you said, yeah, you agreed, even though you knew that's not what you wanted to do? That's the reason why I stopped coaching tackle football. I didn't want to coach tackle football anymore because a large percentage of the kids are scared, right? So they scared. Their parents put them in there. What up, Click Shell? They scared. Their parents put them in the game. And then what they do is they end up getting hurt because their fear is more than their attention to performing. They're so afraid. You know what I mean? Exactly. Redo. You need a redo. if that happens, you need a redo. Cut the tape. You know what I mean? So that's really what you asking yourself, right? Like, are you more afraid? Is the anxiety coming from fear, or is the anxiety coming from not knowing how you will perform? Just being worried about the performance, not afraid to perform. Because you can get out there, you can play the game, you can get in the game all you want to, but are you ready to perform with your partner? Because apparently they got a script or a freestyle or whatever. They may be improvising, they may have it all together in their head. She may, I'm gonna start him off with this, hit him with the reverse cowgirl, bounce up, stand on my forearms upside down, I'm ready. She got all her moves together. But do you have your self together? And another side of things is, are you comfortable with why and how it's going to be recorded? Again, do you have the medium to make sure that it doesn't get taken to the cloud? Do you have that? Is that in your wheelhouse? You know, ask yourself that. Are you comfortable with how you gonna get down? So to recap, for the people that's just joining us, again, thank you everybody who tunes in and taps in with me here at Holla at the Homie. To recap, we got a husband but going by the name of Camera Shy. He said him and his wife been married 3 years. First they were in the honeymoon phase. Everything was cool. They were like teenagers, couldn't keep their hands off each other, right? Then, as time goes on, they still averaging about, 3 to 4 times a month. So about once a week, mostly. Maybe they skip a week or so, but they still getting it in. They still pretty active, right? More active than a lot of couples out there in the streets, right? But the thing about it is he started thinking that his wife was feeling a certain way. So he asked her. They got good communication, he says. So he asked her, like, we good in that department? And she was like, well, yeah, but we could be better. But I was thinking of a way to get us back together on the same page. What if we make a sex tape? What if we record ourselves for both entertainment and education? So, and his question was like, wow, it threw him totally aback, not knowing that his wife would hit him with something like this. And he came to us, Somebody said 3 years and only once a week. That's all? Question marks. Hey, sometimes work. You got to go old school. Exactly. That's what I told him, Click Shell. I told him that. I told him, only way that I will record is if I'm using the camera that go on my shoulder, right? That big ass camera that you hold up here with, that's like the old ass like Anchorman camera from the movie. I need one of those only. I don't need nothing that's got a USB port. I don't need nothing that's got a memory card. None of that. What up, Woody? Knockout Wood Cuts in the building. I don't need nothing that's gonna be able to easily download or automatically upload to the cloud. If I'm gonna tape, I need a 8mm or one of them big ass VHS tapes that I'm be able to, that only can play if I plug in the RCA jacks into the exactly. Slim with the tilted brim again. What's happening, pimping? He said it. VHS. Everybody chiming in. If you see, but no, I'm good, baby. Good to holler at you. Nobody's saying don't do it though. So Mr. Camera Shy, the people are speaking. The people are speaking. They are saying. Click Shell said the camera with the crank. The old school Charlie Chaplin style. Nobody's saying don't do it. Nobody's saying like, nah, nobody's calling you out saying what's wrong with you. Nothing like that. They just saying make sure if you do it, make sure you use the old school cameras. Because I'm thinking that my audience out there, a lot of y'all got a little freak in y'all. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all, some of y'all probably got some Tommy Lee and Pam tapes out there. I wouldn't knock it if somebody had one on me from back in the day. Maybe ain't no telling. Silent film action. Ding, 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 ding. Then the words come across the screen. Ooh, ooh, ding, 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 ding. You like that, don't you? Oh, that would be hilarious. Somebody need to do a spoof like that. Where Dave Chappelle at when you need him? Oh, writer strike. Damn it. I'm gonna start writing some stuff. Y'all, hey, let's write some stuff. While the writers is out, when they all come back, we be like, look what we came up while y'all was out. That's something to do. But yeah, Mr. Camera Shy. Nobody's saying don't do it. You know what I mean? Everybody's saying like if you do it, make sure it's done with as much discretion as possible. Kofi told me, he said, hey, dreams come true. She wants to go to the freaking 50 level. Hey, hey, 50 Shades of Grey. They came out with stuff like that. Whatever it is. It can be 50 Shades of Black. I call it 50 Shades of Black because I like them black. But pretty much I like them all. I ain't gonna lie. I like them all. But I got one now. Damn it, man. No, I'm just playing. Hey, babe. But yeah, so if she want to go to 50 Shades of Grey, then again, I'm going to need y'all to record it on the least downloadable way. And if you don't have a VHS camcorder or an 8mm camcorder, trust me, go to any local pawn shop. They got something for you. You can probably get it for like $40, $50. Might not come with a charger. So you're going to have to get a universal charger. You know, ooh, see? Twin J said use costumes. What about costumes? See, there you go. Hey, if you're going to roll, if you're going to do all that, if you're going to get on stage, on set, throw on the outfit. Throw on one of them little masks that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that make you look like you don't know who you are no more. You know, I'm never knocking anybody who want to keep their sex life alive in a marriage. Because that means you give a, you know, you care a little bit. You don't want it to fizzle out, because the top two things that ruin marriages, money and sex. Money and sex, followed third by family. Them the top three things that'll ruin a marriage, right? If they're not discussed, or if they're not, you know, compromised upon. So this may be one of those compromises that, you know, she may want from you. But then again, if you got that open line of communication, the reason you came to me with it is because it caught you off guard. So, and I get it. Somebody, exactly, ski mask it out. You know, if you ain't got no identifying tattoos, then you good. Ski mask it out, or you could throw on one of them little masks like they had on Set It Off. Might be hard to breathe out that though. I say ski mask because you can do more with a ski mask. They can open up wide with a ski mask. Hey, rob me, steal it all, steal it, steal it. I want you to steal it. Take everything I got, take it from me. I want you to have it. Again, big up to everybody who tuned in and tapped in. What up, JJ? And look, that's what, see, Twin J2 said it's better than her asking for a threesome. You know, because a lot of guys, exactly. He said the ski mask got 3 holes. I don't want her to see where I'm coming from, but she can step up to the mic. She can step up to the microphone. That's for damn show. And, you know, Twin J2 said it's better than her asking for a threesome. Because, like, again, most of us guys, that's probably what our next level of, like, hey, what about, what about bringing another girl in? Because dudes ain't never going to want to bring another dude in. And if you do, the wife gonna be looking at you like, what the fuck wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like real spit, you know? But, you know, so that I'm okay with her asking you this, to be honest. I'm really not even gonna lie. Like I'm not saying come and ask me to record, because you know me, I go do some push-ups, I'll pull that camera out the garage, we're gonna break it down. Down. I ain't got VHS player at first, but again, we got RCA jacks. Make it happen. But you never know. You never know what your significant other, especially when it becomes your spouse, may ask for. You know, for in sickness and in health, for better or for worse, in richer or in richer. I love how Icarus and them said that yesterday. For richer or for richer. Now, never poorer, richer or for richer. You know, all of those things are encompassed in this. The richness of your relationship, the betterment of your relationship, the health of your relationship. These may be things where this compromise come in. What's up, Mike Denardi? Always in the building, Mike Denardi Real Estate. Out here slanging houses out here in the desert. You know how we do. But yeah, we talking about it today. We talking about what would you say if your significant other, your spouse, your partner ask you, to record y'all sex sessions because they want to add a little va-va-va-voom, or just to kind of see what y'all look like, you know? There's some songs out there. It's a song called Sex Tape, right? By the group called the Deftones. And they say some things in some of their lyrics, like it say, take me for one last ride. Take me for one more time. I'm out of my head tonight. Like, so the girl in the song is asking, well, I'm saying this would be the girl in this particular situation, is asking me, like, get me out of my head. Mike Denardi said, lights, camera, action, baby. Come on now. Run that shit is what he said. But she's in her head. You know, she's thinking about too many things about, like, well, maybe am I pleasing him? Or maybe is this something that's going different? Or what if we do this to see how we are? You know? And then it's another lyric in there. It says, after hours with me, here's to all of our dreams. The sounds of the waves collide. Tonight we ride. So what that made me, the sounds of the waves, that's the sex sounds. Like, sex sounds are the biggest turn on in video of the sex. I don't like watching porn on mute. That's stupid as hell. That's dumb as hell to watch it on mute. You know what I mean? Oh, see, Twin J. Hey, I know your hubby happy out there because she's saying a lot of shit. She said, if you don't want to be taped, try using mirrors first. Check out your angles. Ow! Ow! Check out your angles because I don't really know what I look like from the side. I don't know what I look like from the side yet. You know what I mean? Maybe that mirror, through over there. The mirror is positioned in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So all I really get to see is like my thigh meat in the mirror. So that's a good idea. Try some mirrors, move some angles. You know, you can get a mirror from Walmart. Wally World got mirrors for $6.99. $6.99. ASMR. So I've heard. Literally. So you've heard ASMR. For those that don't know, that's people that like the sounds of things and the different modifications of sounds, like people that scrape their nails across the microphone, or people that like, you know, they do like hear that. People that like to hear people eat. You know what I mean? Things like that. So these are so many things that are available for the mind to dive into nowadays, right? Because people are way more open about what they enjoy sexually. Before, everybody was all hush, hush, shh. You know, but now people are more liberated on what they feel about sex and how they feel about sex. Let me see. Mike Donardi said, I low-key had some girl ask me mid-session, damn, this is some freaky shit. Can I post this to my OnlyFans? I said, do your thing, baby. See? That's what I'm saying. With the world of OnlyFans, you never know. Somebody may have a camera set up. I can't wait till mine get here. I ain't staying in another Airbnb. I bought one of them little lasers that you can check all around the room. You can scan the room, see if you got hidden cameras anywhere. I'm taking that bitch everywhere. Everywhere? Everywhere. I'm taking it in bathrooms. I'm taking it to everywhere I go where I feel like I always feel like somebody's watching me. You know what I'm saying? And you get no privacy. You know? Smacking action. Exactly. See, James L. Pitts II know what I'm talking about. When you watching video, there's no reason to just watch that shit. I need to hear it. I want to hear what she sound like. I want to hear I need all of that. So, again, this young lady, like the people for the group, the Deftones said, the sounds of the waves collide, tonight we ride. So imagine that, the waves, that's that wetness. Splash, splash. The sound of that, if you've never listened to a sex session, that's your bad. Your fault. What the hell are you doing with your life? If you like sex, you may not like sex. Hey, it ain't for everybody. It's for me, but it ain't for everybody. I'm everybody in my mind. But, you know, if you never listened to sex, that is a problem. I want to hear that mac and cheese sound. I want to hear like the smack of the skin, like, you know what I mean? I'm not a big titty man, right? Titties don't really do nothing for me. I'm not breastfeeding. They kind of like be in the way sometimes. They look good, so you know, whatever. But they don't make the sounds I need them to make. Thigh meat makes sounds. Ass cheeks make sounds. Lips make sounds. I need the sounds. Mouths make sounds. Those are the most important things to me. You know what I mean? I don't exactly. Donardi said that's why he keep the TV off. Yes, I want to hear it all. You know, sometimes you put a soundtrack on in the back, but you close enough to hear all of that. When you in it, you can hear it all. You can tune out the music in the back, cause I don't want to be going to the beat to Tank and them back there. You know, you know what I mean? You know, exactly. That's what I'm talking. Click Shell said, hell yeah, man. The moaning and shit talking is hot. The shit talking is the best part, or the moaning, or like I want it, cause you can tell if it's real. You know, fake moaning don't sound the same. Like it may be exciting in some way, but it don't sound the same, right? You know, fake moaning is like but if it's real, you feel it. Like you feel the moan come from the gut while you slinging that thing. I'm just telling you, it's just a different feeling. So when you hear it, and it's part of what your enjoyment is, then you really get that ride. You know, so again, Mr. Camera Shy, I'm hoping we answering your question for you so you can go back and tell your wife the right answer for y'all. You dig? I'm looking at both these cameras. I seen you tapped in on both of them. I saw you on the Instagram and I saw you on Facebook. I said I sounded so old. I said the Instagram. Smack yourself. Old ass. But you know, I hope we answering your questions so you can answer y'all's question. because this is a serious thing. Again, I never tell anybody what to do, but I'm telling you what can be done. So to recap for you, Mr. Camera Shy, any event you do it, make sure that you get over your performance anxiety. Make sure it's none there, because discuss that. If it's your angles, throw some mirrors in there to try that first. See if she likes that first, because truth be told, she may not like her angles. Then again, her body may be banging like Crips and Bloods, and she may love her angles. You know, you may like yours a little bit better. You may think your triceps look good while you holding yourself up, while you hitting that thing. Give yourself some confidence. That's why it's called self-confidence. You put it in yourself. So make sure that there's because you don't want performance anxiety, because that's going to lead you to giving Bammer performance. You can't record a Bammer-ass performance. That's just a waste of time. You know, some people say do a take two, do a do-over, but, you know, then maybe if you anxious from that first session, then the next tape going to be even worse. Then you really feel bad about yourself. So that's number one. If Mr. Camera Shy, if you and your wife do decide to make your own personal love tape, if y'all decide to record it, again, make sure that it's on a non-downloadable medium, like the VHS or the 8mm camera. Make sure that there's discussion about any particular or possible performance anxiety. And then ask yourself, are you comfortable with this? Because the discomfort, if there's any discomfort, that's going to lead to question number one. That's going to lead to the performance anxiety. If you really don't feel like doing it, discuss that you don't feel like doing it. You said y'all have an open line of communication, right? And you know what I always say, communication has to be a two-way street. And the main street that you're driving on is the one when you're listening to absorb, not to respond. When you listen to absorb and not to respond, your communication is clear, because you get everything that they're desiring out of that conversation, right? You know? And then with that, that's going to build your level of understanding, which will build your confidence in the whole situation, whether it's confidence in saying, nah, babe, that ain't my thing, or saying, yes, let's do this damn thing. And when you get on that lights, camera, action, you show up and you show out. You dig? That's what you need to do. That's how you get it done. You know? So if you're not comfortable with it, then, you know, talk about it. You know? You know, he said he got another appointment tonight. You know, so make sure that if that's what you want to do, if you're going to record yourself, make sure it's on a non-downloadable medium. Discuss any type of performance anxiety. Oh, Donovan, you late, but I know you just got off work. It said, what's the question on the floor? The question on the floor is, how would you respond if your partner, your significant other, your spouse asked you to record your sexual sessions? Would you sign on and go lights, camera, action? Or would you tap out and say, nah, you ain't ready to perform? And we discussed a lot with Mr. Camera Shy about all of those things. Anybody who needed to check it out, go back and play the replay on either Facebook or on Instagram, either one. And again, I appreciate anybody who's tapped in and tuned in to Holla at the Homie. I love all of my listeners, all of my viewers, all of my writers. Y'all really give me a lot of love and give me a lot of support. Donnie Spielberg, give me a lot of support. You ready to perform? You gonna direct it? You little nasty. You like to watch, Donovan. All of the support that y'all give, I love it. It keeps me going. It's got me out here earlier than I thought I was gonna be. I thought I was gonna be out of the studio for at least another 2-3 weeks, but y'all motivated me to get up and get out and get something, and I appreciate y'all. So anytime you want to send in a letter to me and find out how to holler at the homie, all you got to send it in is the HOLLAATTHA HOMIE@gmail.com. So holla at the homie. Until next time, I appreciate y'all. We're going to get with y'all in a minute.